she's someone who knows how to crack the whip literally. I mean, we've been seeing images of you cracking the whip and you actually do that.
Really? I think, yeah, when it comes to my character, I think I get very, fiery characters, and they're very strong women with very strong content and message. So I like that.
So Rangoon, everybody's saying you're playing Nadia Hunterwali. I mean, we can say Kangana Hunterwali also, because you are the Hunterwali of Bollywood at the moment.
No, it's not about a person. It's not a biopic or based on any real life character. But yes, she's a star from the 30s, and I think in those days, action women and it's contrary to everyone's perception. In those days, in films, people were a lot more open to women doing action and doing their own stunts and things like that.
Yeah, and true. I mean, the film industry would be a very progressive place for women, but somewhere do you think Bollywood still has not progressed? We are actually regressing. The censor issues, whether it's the way we portray women, gender inequality. Do you think we are actually regressing, or do you think it's the other way?
I think there was a time during the golden era of Indian cinema, whatever, I think 50s or 60s, where the issues weren't really about suppressing women or just objectifying them. Those weren't the things that we were struggling with as an industry. I think many women, from Meena Kumari to Madhubala to Nargis to Vaidaji, they made marks, and they were actually doing extremely well. And then somewhere I think we just lost the plot somewhere.
And you think
around
we still haven't found the
80s
plot?
is probably where women were really hugely objectified and things just went
But now
wrong.
you, in a way, have become one of the advocates, as Anushka Sharma also said. The younger lot are now the activists because they speak up about the problems where, But do you think things will resolve? Because then we have this sanskari dictionaries that have come out, censor board. As an actor, as a creative person, how do you feel in these times when you should be going ahead? We actually seem to be taking step backwards.
Well, the thing is that if we are hoping to live in this democracy, in a place like India, where we have so many cultures, religions, and people and colors, we need to be extremely sensitive, and based on those this kind of environment, we need to be considerate. So these things need to be discussed, and it's not about being right or wrong. It's not about an opinion is not meant to be condemned. It's meant to be considered, and I think this kind of healthy environment is okay, as opposed to not considering it at all, and then at some point feeling a bit inconsiderate, that we never really thought about it. Are we really, if we go deep into these issues, we need to find out the seed of these concerns. Is it that we want to protect the culture and the heritage, or something that is so close to us? Is that what we are wanting to do, or is it just a sensational thing which is just to grab eyeballs? So what is being asked, and what is being as a rule being laid to the people and the generation to follow, and what is the outcome? Where are we headed as a society? So these things, as this Gen Next, for me, it's very healthy for me to get these sort of thoughts just planted in my head, and just being able to delve into it and just find the seed of these things. It is giving me a lot of material to understand myself through my culture, my society. I won't call this environment unhealthy. What is unhealthy is the kind of attack mode that everyone goes into. If someone says anything, there is a certain sort of attack mode that people just.
And do you think the social media somewhere is responsible, because now
absolutely,
everyone,
like I mean, forget making political comments. Even when I say harmless things, there are like strong reactions from every side. I can understand your opinion about my opinion, but you can't possibly tell me what I should be saying. and I am not a spokesperson of all things good. Who said I'm roaming around with the, with gospel's truth or things like that? I'm just a person, and why am I not allowed my flaws as a human being? Why I'm not allowed that growth as a person, that where you say that, okay, this woman still have things to learn, or this person still have things to understand? Why is everyone has to be crucified right there just after that person has made that comment, is what I don't get about the society.
And also somewhere you had said something very interesting, is like people lack humor now.
Yeah.
And
that I've given up on that. I've stopped cracking jokes.
But I mean, whenever you say things also in good humor, everything Kangana says is taken rather seriously.
They don't get it. They don't get it. So
It's
I've
only the
stopped
headlines.
I've stopped cracking jokes. Yeah.
But I hope you will keep sounding off your opinions on what you feel, because we love you the way you are.
Thank you, Pooja.
And also now, what are you looking forward to as an actor? I mean, you actually, as everyone says, has been the most successful comeback story. You yourself say, when you were trying to write me off, I struck back.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean what do I look forward to?
Yeah.
I look forward to some more exciting characters. Then I would like to venture into something a lot more serious. I would like to
what?
writing or directing.
Are you seriously now thinking of,
Yes, I think that would be a very organic growth for me, and but I still have a lot of people that I look forward to work with.
Who's on your wish list?
I think Vishal sir was on my wish list, and I want to work with people like Raju sir, Raju Hirani and Imtiaz Ali, and I want to go back to working with Anurag Basu, but that doesn't mean I want to stop my growth as a person. So I hope that I could actually be working as an actor and playing even older characters and doing things like that, but significant characters as I keep getting more grey hair.
And lastly, somebody who's absolutely self-made, do you think people who have a lineage have it easy, or is someone who, like you, has struggled to reach where she is? I mean, it's tougher. Do you think people with a lineage have it easier, or no?
Well, the thing is, in my understanding, the people who struggle, they sort of develop that kind of stamina, isn't it? They tend to be a lot more thick-skinned, they tend to be a lot more intuitive, and they grow other gifts when they struggle. It is a very natural growth, and people who are protected and they grow up in a very, very protective environment, it gets very hard for them to deal with the world outside. I see that in my own family. I left home, and the way I see things, the way I perceive situations, the way I deal with them is so different than how my siblings do, because they have been in this protective environment, and they're just completely sometimes so unable to take criticism or to take a lot of pressure, and as opposed to me, which I feel I've just I literally find it very easy to deal with that kind of thing. So you tend to be a lot more thin-skinned and sensitive when you're protective. It's easy. That makes it equally difficult for both parties.
And lastly, here comes to an end, best movie you've seen this year and the best performance other than yours.
I haven't seen those many films.
Or any actor, any film that impressed you, I mean, you think was like rocked 2015?
I still have to see a lot of film. I have to see Masan, I have to see Margarita with a Straw. I still have to see a lot of films. So I don't want to give my opinion based on my little understanding of 2015.
Lastly, a colleague, male or female, that you're really impressed with. The choreograph really impresses you.
Choreograph?
Yeah, of any co-actor, colleague, anyone that impresses you, and you feel like I should be like this person, or you take something from that person that you're impressed with.
I feel the younger lot who've come after us. I think we all got launched around the same time, 2007, 2008. This generation who's just kind of working in these years. But the ones that came in 2000s and much later after 2010, they kind of impressed me a lot. Their spontaneity, like people like Alia and Varun, and even Sonakshi for that matter, they're very spontaneous, and they're very natural at the same time, like as opposed to I'd consider these people who are from film backgrounds, and you know they are very protected, and they're very, you know, they have a certain routine to their lives. That doesn't come across in their work. They're very fluid, they're very spontaneous, and very fresh. So I think these people impress me a lot.
Thank you so much, and we keep getting impressed by Kangana year after year. So more power to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.